Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
We're at One Liberty Observation Tower, and Evan Evans is here with me, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what they have to offer here for groups and what you can see. There's 3 different opportunities that you're going to see while you're here. And Evan, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, Allison. We're Philadelphia's newest attraction, so it's a way for everybody to come experience Philadelphia from a perspective they've never seen before. We're at the top of Liberty One, which was Philadelphia's first skyscraper. So we offer great views of Philadelphia and the surrounding countryside. We can see all the way out to Pottstown and Limerick and into Jersey, and with a pair of binoculars on a good day, you can see Atlantic City.
Wow.
So awesome views. We tell the Philadelphia story. So for someone that may be familiar with or not familiar with Philadelphia, we tell the Philadelphia story largely in 3 pieces. We talk about our culture, we talk about our music, we talk about our sports history in Philadelphia. So a lot of great stories are told visually and graphically throughout the space. And then of course, when you get to the top, there's just an amazing view.
That's fantastic. And I see we're here at the feet of Benjamin Franklin. And you pointed out to me earlier, there's this kite string that we're going to be following.
We will.
So we're going to learn a little bit about Benjamin Franklin while we're here also, is that correct?
Well, we're going to let you interact with him in a way that's probably different than most. And one will be his discovery of electricity.
There we go.
There are some exciting things when we get upstairs as well.
Okay, great. I look forward to seeing it. Thank you. And now we're here with Benjamin Franklin on the top floor. What floor is this of the building?
We're on the 57th floor.
57th
about
floor.
800 feet above ground.
That's pretty high, and that gives us some awesome views. Tell me about the visibility that you have from up here.
It's really, really great. So you can always see 3 states, Delaware, well, unless we're socked in, but that's pretty rare. But New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. Today, visibility is right about 40 miles, maybe a little bit more than 40 miles, which is pretty typical for us. So we've got some great views. You can see the Delaware River right behind us. We're looking down at William Penn's Cap. So
yes.
The statue that was the top of City Hall was the tallest structure in Philadelphia for a very long time. This was the building that he actually built that was taller than William Penn, which led to the development of Philadelphia. And some great sights in here.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful view, and it is neat to look down and see William Penn there and the river, and it's really amazing how far you really can see.
The view right now, we're looking up the Benjamin Franklin Parkway towards Fairmount Park, which is the world's largest urban park, and many people in Philadelphia don't realize that. It's tremendously green space. Today you've got a good look at the fall colors. The construction project that's right in front of you is the Comcast Innovation and Technology Center. So it'll be Philadelphia's newest skyscraper, and we've got some time-lapse images of that project going up, and it's going to be pretty cool to see it literally from the ground all the way through its construction build. So where that crane stands now, on top of that will go a spire that'll take the building to over 1,000 feet.
Oh my goodness.
Your view now is the Delaware River, and you're looking at the Ben Franklin Parkway. It's beautiful during the day. It's even more beautiful at night when they light it up. As you come across from the Delaware into the heart of Center City, you'll see William Penn sitting on top of City Hall. City Hall is the world's largest granite building, and it's a spectacular place. And now has Dilworth Park attached to it. So it's only a block from us, and you can appreciate the enormity of the building and certainly the beauty that is the statue of William Penn sitting atop there. The big rippled-shaped building to the left of it is the new convention center, and Reading Terminal Market's just across the street from that. So we literally are in the heart of Center City, a block from City Hall, a block from Love Park, and you can enjoy the view now is Northern Liberties and looking up into Fishtown. Follow the Delaware River all the way up, and you'll get to Trenton. So now you're looking to the southeast, and you see an airplane on approach to Philadelphia International Airport. And you're going to see he's going to become below eye level for us, so that's pretty cool. You have a unique treat today. We're on Liberty 2, the skyscraper. You can see a crew that is hanging in a basket that'll go down to either perform some maintenance on the building or actually wash the windows. As you look further to the south, you can see the sports and entertainment complex for Philadelphia. So Lincoln Financial Field, the Wells Fargo Center, and certainly Citizens Bank Park where the Philadelphia Phillies play. Looking towards South Philly, down Broad Street, we've got a lot of notable sites with the Italian Market in Philadelphia, and certainly the Avenue of the Arts that is Broad Street. So I'm standing here in the penalty box with Dave Schultz. Okay, it's not really Dave Schultz, but it is. You can take a photo image of yourself sitting in the penalty box with Dave Schultz. We have 3 curated audio zones in the deck. One of them is a penalty box where we're going to tell you the Philadelphia sports story. There are 3 different zones in the deck that are great to enjoy. As you look to your right, you're looking down the Schuylkill River over into University City. And if you follow that river down to the Delaware, then you can see the town of Wilmington, Delaware. So great views from here, great views of University City and all the building and development that's going on there. So now you've got a great shot of University City and all the development that's going on over there. There's a new skyscraper on the other side of the Schuylkill River that is the FMC Tower. Just to the left of it, you can see Franklin Field. So a lot of history in Philadelphia sports that go on there. Certainly the Penn relays happen there. The Eagles actually played there for some time. And then to the right of that, just off the left of the FMC Tower, is the Palestra. So certainly, a hallowed ground for college basketball, and still one of the most incredible places to catch college hoops in the country. As you look out to the west, you're looking out towards Pottstown and actually what will start to become part of the Poconos. So today it's a little bit hazy right on the horizon, but visibility is at about 40 miles.
Okay, tell me about this kiosk here and how many you have and what all they do. They're really interesting.
They are, Allison. This is like one of the most fun things that we have on the deck to see. So this is where technology meets the view. And what we've done is we've put a camera on top of the spire here, and we started to take pictures of Philadelphia. And in the Philadelphia and in the horizon, we've got points of interest. So each one of those dots represents a point of interest. And as you touch it, for example, Rittenhouse Square, the camera will fly into Rittenhouse Square and you'll get a view of what to expect if you were to go explore it further. So for visitors, it's a really cool way for people to find out what Philadelphia has to offer, decide what they want to go and explore next.
Yeah.
It's a zoomable city, so you can navigate it very much like you would any touchscreen. You can expand the view and zoom in on something really closely. This is the new Dilworth Plaza that I was telling you about. And here, if you want to zoom into Love Park, you can actually see a bride walking through Love Park.
Wow.
So there's an incredible level of detail that's available on this feature. It's offered in 5 different languages. We have a daytime and a nighttime view. And you can look out to some really great things. Here's actually looking out into Fairmount Park. And it's just a super way to kind of explore the city all from one location.
Really understand what you're seeing when you're looking out these windows to see these amazing views.
Exactly.
That's great.
One of the things that's super fun here is to watch people come up that know Philadelphia, and they will immediately run and take your picture with Ben, but then they run off to a window to look for something from there. That's Grandma's house. Or I remember going there as a child. And it's really, really cool. And then they come here and they discover that they can do that again, and they can really zoom in on where grandmother lived or things that were fun memories of their childhood. So.
Really cool.
Great piece, probably the most fun part of the technology experience that people enjoy.
And you said there's 6 of them up here on
There
the
are
top?
6. There's in the east, west, and south windows.
All right, great. This has been fantastic visiting with you here today at
Allison.
One Liberty Observation Deck. I'm so glad that we got to spend time with you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you. We're making our descent now down to the ground floor from One Liberty Observation. And you can see here this video is showing us the descent from the top of the building and the perspective that you see from the top all the way down to the ground floor. When you enter the experience and you go up the elevator, you see the opposite. You see a video where you're ascending into the top of the building. It's a great, really cool experience. You can also see in the elevators surrounded by a mural, and the whole experience is lined with murals throughout the building, either photographs or paintings that show what you can experience in Philadelphia and the history of Philadelphia. On the ground floor at One Liberty Place, there's this great shopping experience with all kinds of stores and eating places. There's so much to do right here in this one building. Sam Lemhenny from the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society is with me here today, and we're going to be talking about the Philadelphia Flower Show and everything that's involved in preparing for the Flower Show and some of the exciting new things that are going to be happening this year at the Flower Show in 2017. We bring tour buses to the Flower Show every day from Klein Tours. We're excited to bring many, many customers into the Philadelphia Flower Show, and we hope to have you joining us this year. So Sam, tell us some of the things that you've done to prepare for this.
Well, first of all, thank you for bringing all the people to the Flower Show. We appreciate that. That's always a great thing. And we hope we put on a good show for you every year. So that's one of our important things that we do. So,
great.
So this year's show, we're excited about Holland, yes.
That's exciting. And I understand you went to Holland to help prepare for this?
I did, yes. Normally when we pick a different destination for our theme, about a year in advance, we actually go and visit the country. We visit some designers, we visit some of the, usually the tourism agency or maybe the Department of Agriculture that can help connect us with different businesses and organizations that can participate in the Flower Show. And so really helps us sort of get the lay of the land and then also see maybe some unexpected things that people might want to see when they come to the show. You know, everybody thinks of Holland and they think of the tulips and they think of windmills. They think of the canals in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
But what are some of the different things that we might be able to showcase at the Flower Show? Our show is so big, we have many of opportunities to show the whole culture of Holland, and so we want to make sure we got those notes and we brought that back with us.
Great. So when you're coming to the flower show, you're going to see beautiful flowers and horticultural elements, but you're also kind of transporting yourself to that destination that's being featured that year.
Yeah, absolutely. It starts with the horticulture. We always like to say the plants and the flowers are the stars of the show. And they definitely, it's why people come to our show. It's why we're called the Flower Show.
Yeah.
But we also want to give them a well-rounded experience as well. When we pick a different theme, we want to make sure that we include a number of different aspects of that theme so that things that people expect and maybe some things that they don't expect to see. And they walk out of the flower show saying, I didn't really know about that. I'm glad I came to the show. So those are the kinds of things we think about and we look for. With the Holland theme, it's one of those things that we really looked at the tulips. Obviously, people are going to be expecting tulips and lots of bulbs and lots of flowers, windmills. But we also discovered a little bit of the innovative design techniques that the Holland designers use. Very sustainable, very green, really very conscious to the earth and environmentally conscious. And so we want to showcase that. There's a great designer that designed the High Line in New York City. A lot of people have probably been to the High Line and seen it. You've probably taken tours there. But it's a great design that Pete Oudolf did. And he's a Dutch designer and has really sort of elevated that eco-Dutch design that is known so well for the High Line, and we're going to bring that here and really showcase that with a number of designers that we have coming from Holland. Nico Wissing, Bart Hoos, Carrie Preston are just to name of the three that are coming to design gardens for the show and working with our other designers here to really sort of bring that to life.
Okay, that's awesome. So now you mentioned about a year before the show you go and visit that destination. Is that one of the first things that you do after you pick it, or how far in advance do you choose what that destination theme is going to be?
We're about 2 to 3 years ahead of schedule.
Wow.
Right? So we need to know what our themes are about 2 to 3 years in advance.
That's incredible.
There's a lot of discussion that goes into picking the theme. This isn't just something that I like or something that a designer likes and we say, oh, let's just do a theme about that. Certainly it has to have a horticulture tie to it. What is the horticulture connection? What are the flower connections that we can relate the gardens to, the floral displays to, and some of our programs to? Really is an important piece to that. But also, what's the marketing? Is it attractive? Will it attract a new audience? Will it attract different audiences to the flower show? Will it attract our core audience? Because I could create something really pretty and beautiful, but if the theme doesn't resonate with people, then they're not going to come. They're not going to get on one of your tours and come see the show. So we have to go through a lot of that process and a lot of discussion, a lot of talking, a lot of research goes into it as well too before we even set foot on the plane and go visit, because we really have to, we sort of go to the location with sort of a plan in mind, we always have a good idea what we're doing well before we go to visit. But we actually start putting pen to paper about 18 months in advance.
Okay.
We start actually doing some design work on the floor plan and actually do design work on the entrance garden. That's always the big wow when people walk into the show every year. So yeah, we're working on 2 shows at once right now.
Wow. That's
actually
incredible.
working on 2018 as we speak.
Oh my gosh. So now, how do you choose or select the different people that are coming and putting together the displays at the show?
Correct. We always have a great collection and a great team of designers that come back every year that are local designers, but some of the top designers in the world have actually designed around the world at different shows in Singapore and Japan and in the UK. So they are top-notch designers that come back every year. We also then look at who are the designers that are from that country or from this theme that really can bring the theme to life. And so the designers we have come in this year, the international designers from Holland, are really excited about that Dutch eco-design and that technique, and so they're going to be coming to the show. We also will work with the government or with the tourism agencies to talk to them about what's important to them and what do they want to showcase and highlight at the show, so that we can make sure that we're talking the right messages and doing that. So there's organizations that they will connect us with as well too, to bring here. So the cut flower industry is a big industry. The bulb industry is a big industry in Holland, but there's also a lot of innovative and green, sustainable organizations that are going to be coming here. We're bringing this large eco dome to the flower show. First time ever in North America.
Wow.
That the Dutch government is touring around the world to really showcase and highlight their eco and Dutch design and the innovative techniques for gardening. So people can come to the flower show and see all the great traditional things in our entrance garden, like the bridge and the windmills and the tulips. But we'll work our way through the traditional when you first walk in, and there's this sort of process of going through the whole show of really sort of getting to more of the innovative and more modern techniques of gardening.
Wow, that's really cool. So now when you're getting closer to crunch time, how long does it take to set up at the convention center?
Right.
How far in advance are they coming in and starting to put their
Right.
displays in place?
So we hit the floor about 10 days before the show starts, before show opens to the public. Our production team hits the floor, I hit the floor, and really sort of start to lay out the floor. We start putting up some of the infrastructure that needs to be happening. Most of the lights go up in the air that first week. And then the second week is when the designers come in and the exhibitors come in to set up their exhibits. Some of the larger ones come in a day before that, but about 4 days is what it takes to set these up. Believe it or not, it's amazing to watch the transformation in just 4 days.
I bet.
To see the soil and the mulch that comes in, it's the base, and then the trees, and then the shrubs, and then the flowers are usually the last thing that goes, because they're the ones that we need to last through the whole show, and that's what people are coming. So
that's incredible.
yeah.
Wow. So
and it only takes us 3 days to take it out. So it's amazing. 10 days to put it in, and then 3 days to take it all out.
Yeah. So earlier today we were at One Liberty Observation, and they were telling us that they set up displays in their lobby space and in their picture area, where they kind of are showing that the flower show is in town or coming to town. What are some of the other things that happen in Philadelphia here in preparation for the flower show?
Right. We like to try and get the whole city involved. It's one of those things that's been a tradition here in Philadelphia for almost 180 years. So it's a long-standing tradition, and a lot of people look forward to it and get into it. You talked about our window decorating contest with all the businesses, and we have a competition and select the best window that best depicts the theme, so those are fun. Some of the other great things that we do throughout the city we do our Bloom Philly Festival, which actually works 2 weeks before the show, and there's a lot of different activities and entertainment that happens throughout that week of the show. But during the show, we actually have some really fun new elements as well too. This year, we are actually having a spa experience that you can actually come. That hard floor, and many people who have been to the show before know that concrete floor is really hard, and you walk a lot, but we also felt you needed a place to kind of take a break after you saw the show and did all this great excitement on the show, and then come out and have a spa experience. So we're working
fantastic.
with, you actually get a massage, you actually can get a foot massage if you want, to sort of help you relax, and you can make your own potpourri, create your own essential oil. So it's this really great experience that we're adding to the show this year that you can see online and sign up for it right now. We're also having because of the Dutch theme, the World Flower Market. And bringing cut flowers and bulbs to the Grand Hall and creating this experience that will include make and takes. You actually can make your own bulb garden. You can make your own succulent garden. You can actually make your own hand-tied bouquet. We also have our design studio, which will be out there now. Designer studio used to be on the show floor. It's now out in the Grand Hall. Huge attraction, floors competing against each other like Iron Chef, but it's all about floors. And so the Grand Hall will be a very active place this year.
That's
so
great.
Make sure that the folks know that the main show floor is where all the great gardens are, but the Grand Hall is another great attraction for the show floor.
Okay, great. So they can go in, they can see the displays, and then they can go out and kind of figure out how to take that home and make it exciting in their own home as well.
Right. And in the Grand Hall too, we also work with our Pennsylvania Wine and Spirits, and so we do a lot of wine and spirit tastings out there. I know probably a lot of people enjoy that. That's always a nice thing, and it's for free. So it's always a great place to sort of relax in the Grand Hall as well too. So you can get yourself a cocktail and then see some of the great experiences that are happening too. And don't forget the butterflies. Everybody loves the butterflies. The butterflies will be back this year as well too.
Fantastic.
Everybody loves walking and interacting and feeding the butterflies in our Butterfly Live experience.
Good, great. Well, we're certainly looking forward to bringing groups to see the flower show this year, and we have our dates. The dates are set for 2017, so you can call our office and we can get you signed up to go along with us this year. It is always a huge success for us, and we do typically sell out all of our buses that go, so you want to make sure that you call the office and make your reservations to go along with us on one of our tours. Or if you have a group of people that are looking to go to the flower show, we can help you set that up as well, and you can do a day just at the flower show, or we can incorporate some of the other attractions in Philadelphia for you and make it a great day. Thank you so much, Sam, for joining us
Thank
today.
you so much for having me, and can't wait to see you all at the show.
All right.
Look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Traveling by motor coach is fun, safe, and economical. It's also better for the environment. Our trip to Philadelphia today, with a 4-hour visit in the city here, cost us nearly $60 to drive down in our personal vehicle. By traveling by motor coach, you can save money and the hassle of driving in the city and parking in the city. We have trips going into Philadelphia, New York City, Washington, D.C., Baltimore. Those are all cities that are close by that some people choose to drive to on their own. But we think it's a great way to travel by motor coach. You can have fun getting there, enjoy the time with your family and friends, be able to socialize and not worry about the traffic conditions or finding that parking space. Join us on your next family vacation or trip with your friends. Travel by Klein Transportation and let the driving to us.